here, Mary.
I'll be fine.
At home, you'll be fine. Now, wait there. I'm too nervous to pick up a dish anyway. We can't afford the breakage.
Mary's place. Cheryl! Cheryl!
Bernie signed a statement telling exactly what happened to the sheriff now. Anyway, we're coming home.
Oh, honey.
The cost is cleared.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I told you so. It's Ada, Cheryl. I'm on the phone. I told you, Mother, it'd all be okay.
You were right.
Put that man on the phone.
Okay, hold on a second, all right? Ada wants to talk to you.
Don't tell me you've lost the famous secret McKinnon meatloaf recipe again.
Oh, Vince McKinnon, it is good to hear your voice.
It's good to hear your voice, Ada. Is Mary there?
Come on, I'm right here.
How are you?
I'm okay now that I've heard your great news.
I want to thank you, Mary, for believing in me.
You gave me someone to believe in.
How's Maisie?
Maisie.
Yeah. You know, can I talk to her, give her a quick hello?
Oh, Vince.
What's wrong?
Something terrible happened.
What?
Maisie.
Vince. Maisie's dead.
Oh, no. Oh. How, Ada?
She was murdered. There's a killer loose in Bay City.
Oh.
How's it go?
Oh.
To you, Mary, one of the finest women I have ever known, and to your wonderful children, and to my partner, Vince McKinnon, that stubborn Irishman, God bless him.
Oh, God bless.
What happened to the celebrating?
I was just thinking.
You're worrying. That's what you're doing. You still are.
I just realized that Vince is really coming home. He doesn't have to hide anymore.
Well, what's the matter with that?
He's going to be back here working with me. What's it going to be like?
Poor Maisie, I can't believe it.
Everybody who knew her loved her.
She was a wonderful woman.
Hey, I'm glad to see Mr. and Mrs. LaSalle have returned. I didn't know if you were gone for good.
Mr. and Mrs.?
Scott and I didn't have enough money for 2 rooms, Pop.
We just checked in today, Vince. We haven't even stayed here.
Your room is right down here, Mr. McKinnon.
Thank you. Cheryl, do you hear the man? Our room is down the hall.
Yeah, I did, Pop.
Vince, I'd like to talk to Cheryl alone, if you don't mind.
Make it fast, huh?
Sit down.
Why?
Because this is important.
Okay. What is it, Scott?
I want you to stay here with me.
You're kidding.
Do I look like I'm kidding?
Scott, my father is right down the hall.
I don't mean tonight.
What do you mean?
I mean Colorado. I want to ask Vince if you can stay here a few days. We can be alone together.
What would I tell Pops?
You just tell him we're in love and we want to make a commitment to each other. I'm ready. How about you? Cheryl, you haven't answered me.
I'm just worried about what Pops will say.
What do you say?
I say, I love you.
I love you too, but that's not what I asked. And will you stay here with me?
I want to, Scott, more than anything.
Yeah, right.
And we did wait for Pops to come back, right?
Now, this is the right time, I know.
I was wondering what was taking you so long.
Vince, we want to talk to you. I want to ask you if it's okay if Cheryl and I stay here for a few days. We're in love, and we want to be together.
Boy, I hope we can get out of here tonight.
Well, I hope Tony doesn't try driving over in this.
Well, what time that come in? Uh-huh. Yeah, well, that seems to square all right. Look, what? Hello? Hello? Hey? Ada? Ada, the phone's out.
Oh, wonderful. Terrific.
Yeah, but that checks out all right. I mean, you know, with Vince and this Gladstone guy. They're going to drop the charges formally tomorrow morning.
All right, Vince. I'm so happy to see you married.
Well, I better get back.
I'm not quite sure I understand. You want me to let Cheryl stay on here in Colorado?
Yes, sir.
Alone with you?
Like I said, Cheryl and I are in love, right, Cheryl?
Yeah, right. Pops, Scott and I love each other very much, and
What?
and we want to be together.
What does that mean? Be together.
It means just what it sounds like it means, Vince.
I see. So you want me to tell you it's all right for you to sleep with my daughter?
That's not fair, Pops.
Well, that's what you're asking, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Oh.
All I want is for Cheryl to
All
be
you
able
want
to
to
stay...
do is sleep together.
Pops, please.
Isn't that true? I mean, come on.
No, it's not, Vince. We're responsible adults. We've thought about this. We've talked it over.
Smart.
We're not going to jump into anything that we're going to regret.
Very smart.
We haven't let our feelings rule our minds.
Oh, right. That's the smartest thing of all. Whoa.
Pops, I talked to Mom about this, and she understood.
Yeah.
Did she?
Yeah. I mean, she understood that Scott and I love each other very much. But she wanted us to think about what you would say and not do anything until we talked to you.
That was good of her.
We just want your approval, Vince.
Just want my approval.
Your approval, Pops. That's all we want.
Uh-huh. Cheryl, I'd like you to come back to our room.
Now, wait a minute, Vince.
Excuse me, Scott. Cheryl?
Hey, excuse me, Vince. I think I deserve an answer here.
There's no answer, Scott. I just want to talk to my daughter. Alone. Cheryl? He loves you.
The truth.
I know. You told me 100 times.
Why can't you believe it?
I do. I can see it in your eyes.
But you think I'm just too young to know what to do. Is that it?
Would you stop trying to figure out what I'm thinking and let me talk?
Okay, talk.
All right. Now, I am not doubting your love for Scott or his love for you.
Then why can't you...
You said you were going to let me talk.
All right.
Now, look. Falling in love can be a wonderful thing. I know, believe me. But when you're so young...
Here we go again.
Hey, would you let me finish?
If you started making some sense, Pops, maybe I would.
Don't you be disrespectful, young lady.
Sorry.
Now, look. I know You're angry and you're fed up, and at this moment you'd like me to disappear into thin air. That's okay. It's fine. I would rather that you were angry as all get out than do something you're going to regret.
How do you know I'd regret it?
How do you know you're not going to regret it?
Times have changed, Pops. It's 1987.
I know what year it is. I also know what year you were born.
What does that have to do with anything?
It wasn't so long ago. That's what it has to do with. You're still a kid.
I hate when you say that.
All right, I'm wrong. You're not a kid. You're a young woman. A very young woman. Is that better?
No. The only thing that would make this better is if I could stay here with Scott.
Sure. So, come. Do you remember when you were a little girl and we used to go to the Five and Dime and I gave you $1 and MJ and Katie $1 and all of you kids got so excited?
What does this have to do with anything?
If you listen, you may find out. Now, you were always the first one back at the cash register. You'd find a box of crayons that you had to have, and I'd say, Cheryl, she'd say, yes, this is what I want. And you'd spend your whole $1. But then MJ would find some pretty barrettes, and you wanted them. And Katie would find a doll, and you wanted that. And I'd always say, Cheryl, you should have waited. You gotta shop around.
I get your point, Pops.
Well, you're doing it again. You think you want Scott. Now, what happens when you meet someone else you may want more?
I won't, Pops. This is what I want.
That's what you told me at the Five and Dime. I know this seems impossible, but I was your age once. I know what this is like.
No, you don't.
My father didn't want me to marry your mother. He thought I should have waited. He said, if I still loved her after a few years, then it would really be right.
But you knew it was right, Pops. You loved her.
Yeah, I did. But we still should have waited. We got married too young. We had kids too young. I made some bad mistakes with your mom. I'm still paying for them. I don't want that to happen to you. Oh, I know how bad this is. But you don't know what's going to happen with Scott. And he's a love. How much influence do you think his family has over him? Hmm?